Hello, investors. Let's begin by reviewing some market tickers. First, we'll take a look at the BNB chart. On this chart, we draw a short-term trend line like this, and we can see that tickers. First, we'll take a look at the BNB chart. On this chart, we draw a short-term trend line like this, and we can see that the price has not yet broken above this trend line. For those of you looking to make a short-term investment, a potential buy zone is around $80 and you should exit your position entirely if the daily candle closes at 86.70 cents. However, if the price holds around the $90 zone and consolidates sideways, that would be a positive signal, indicating strength in the chart structure. Our main scenario is that BNB has likely completed a double bottom formation and is now less likely to experience a deep decline. That said, all short-term investors must strictly adhere to their investment discipline. That means if the price violates your predetermined stop level, you must exit immediately. Let's stay disciplined. If the daily candle closes at $80, we sell without hesitation and wait for the next opportunity.
Hello, investors. Let's analyze the BTC setup. Currently, Bitcoin is maintaining its bullish uptrend. Here's the plan. Short-term trading guidelines. Buy around $102,300. If Bitcoin holds around $105,200 with low trading volume and consolidates sideways, that's still a valid short-term trade. Sell immediately if the daily candle closes below 100,000. Alternatively, if you prefer to wait and observe, feel free to sit on the sidelines and reassess based on the next market movement. Discipline alert. Stick to the rule. If a daily close dips under $100, sell right away and wait for the next entry point.
Next, let's take a look at Google stock. Currently, this ticker is forming a strong uptrend, having successfully completed a double bottom pattern, followed by bullish accumulation. This is a stock where we can consider entering on a pullback. A potential buy zone is around $177 high. However, if the stock price moves up directly to the $180 and $5 line area, then investors should not chase and buy at high prices. In case you buy at 176.9, but later the daily candle closes at 165 you must exit your position immediately.
Next, let's take a look at AMD. I've seen a lot of popular YouTube channels talking about this stock, but from my personal perspective, this is not a good area to open a new long position. Looking at its price history, AMD has rallied strongly, hit resistance, then experienced a sharp pullback, followed by a period of sideways consolidation, and then made one more push upward before completing its growth cycle. Right now, AMD needs to pull back to around the $127 level, consolidate well there with low volume, and only then would it be a proper entry point. However, if it returns to 127 but fails to show healthy accumulation or low volume, we should avoid entering and instead look at other opportunities in the market. There's been a lot of hype and discussion on forums about AMD lately, so we need to be even more cautious. This is not the right price zone to open a new position. As retail investors, we must stay flexible, know when to exit, and be ready to re-enter only when we see a setup that truly aligns with our strategy. In my opinion, AMD still has one more potential upward move, but it needs to consolidate again before that can happen.
AMZN. Now let's move on to AMN stock. This ticker is currently showing a strong bullish trend ahead. We can consider opening a long position around the $186.50 price zone. The stock has the potential to rise toward the $130 level. However, if from the current level the price retraces and the daily candle closes at 180, we should exit the position and stay on the sidelines. Do not continue holding the stock. As we are following a short-term trading strategy, it's important to strictly follow our risk management rules. If the stock performs well after our entry, we simply hold the position and wait for the right time to take profit. Next, let's take a look at AAPL stock. For this ticker, we can consider opening a buy position around the $190 price zone. If the stock declines and the daily candle closes at 194.19, we should immediately exit the position. As short-term traders, it is essential that we maintain strict discipline and follow our trading rules when the stock violates our predefined risk levels. These are my personal views, and I hope they help investors find suitable stocks to include in their portfolios. Please note, I hereby declare a full disclaimer of liability. You are solely responsible for all decisions regarding your individual and institutional investment portfolios. I will not be held liable for any losses. Therefore, please make sure to follow your own investment discipline and take full responsibility for your trades.